So, yeah, I didn't want the video to do that in the middle of watching it, so I clipped it off. So, I had to sit down, man. I'm freaking hurting, and I'm tired. What was I saying? So, squaring off with Tupac was the first time that I was threatened by anybody. And that type of a threat lasted. And the bottom line is that amongst some other things, like when I was hit by the car, or I'm not going to even try to remember every single fucking thing right now. What I am going to remember is that shortly after that, I went up against Mr. Perez. Now, yeah, there's nothing bigger than that at that point in time, you know. I mean, sure, like, the girl didn't pass away yet, because I don't think even, was I molested? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not doing all this right this second. The main threat, the main squaring off, where my freaking eyes turned black, was with Mr. Perez and some people at the party that, his party, that they just freaking, they just got the fuck out of there. Once they seen that shit happen, they fucking bounced, man. And, the point being is, that was, what Tupac said was pretty fucking grimy. I mean, Mr. Perez was trying to kill me, okay? Trying to kill a little boy. Jealous of his boy penis. What? I'm just like, not trying to have that there, the glare. So, fuck. I guess that's just gonna have to be. So, that is first. Well, not first, but that is solid. What leads from that is all the rest. And that's why I said to myself, it's like, well, Snoop was a Crip. Tupac was a Blood / Black Panther. And then there's anything else bigger in between Mr. Perez and signing the contracts, other than the thing I was just about to say, which was Tupac's mama and the plaque. Them blaming Riri for the freaking girl dying in... them blaming Rihanna's family for the little girl dying in 3rd grade. And then a few grades later, meeting Tupac's mom with the whole, you know, giving me a plaque, which then turns out to have a 2-way microphone in it. My plaque wasn't rigged to burn, thank God. And, you know, it's just when I found out that the other plaques that she gave, most of them, if not all of them, had 2-way microphones. And, the fucking plaques, the 2 plaques, at least 2. Because one burned, and then they found the device that burned, or would have burned, if they wouldn't have fucking checked the plaque at the time that I told them to check the plaques, because I had a two-way microphone in mine, and that's when they found that the other kid's plaque, whoever that kid was, his plaque had already burned. The room and the plaque was disintegrated. The room that it was in was disintegrated, but the rest of the house, for the most part, was still intact. And that's when they found the other plaque that was rigged to burn the kid's house down. And that's when I said some really racist shit, without even understanding what, like, that one, kind of, but it's like, not really, didn't care. It wasn't that I hated black people. That's the whole thing. It's like, fuck this, you know? So, hell no, I did not. So the point being is that it's just, but that's the whole thing too. It's like certain things need to come to light, and I'm tired of their bullshit too. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying to you? So that's what the fuck I gotta say about that. And the point being is that now there is a fucking mixture of craziness and that mixture of craziness leads to, because the main thing is to and then there's the girls that I liked, the whole telepathy thing with them, and very awesome. You see, you know, it's like I want regular people, if they don't have these gifts, to understand that more than likely you do, and that you're not using them the right way. You know, and that brings stuff that you don't want to deal with, and then, you know, some people cry about it, and in certain cases I might have, when I was losing my fucking mind, being fucking poisoned, radioactively fucking charged, you know what I mean? It's like, serious. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, that doesn't happen till later. And then see, there's the reason, you see, man, I'm just like, fucking, wow. What fucking bullshit. What fucking bullshit, man. So, meeting those girls, and then the person that I would eventually, so many different ones, I don't know any other names, but the point being is that, you know, would be the person that got jealous of so yeah, that was a scenario where I wanna reference something to somebody I care about, and with all the people that I cared about, that I don't know what else to say. It's like, I miss my mom, I miss people. And in the case of in other words, I want to reference the other video as far as like the way that Ari and me, when we first talked, and she was telling me that she was like, and then we will just pick up the sharks and drop them on you. But there was a point, and then I was like, well, I'll just, how about if we just put the little potato in the oven where potatoes belong? And she got fucking pissed. She got fucking real pissed at that. And the point being is that there was a trick that was used when I first met. Now going backwards to what I was saying, there was a trick that was used by the person that was jealous, and the person didn't pick up on the trick, and it started a jealousy thing. I was being truthful, and that's something that's why it's like I just wasn't there was so many different things, because that's what I'm saying. It's like, if she's hearing this, the girl that needs to hear this, it's like shit. It's like the first day that we were having those communications from the distance that we were, and my point being is that I was able to, I was speaking sentences in my head that were so much more advanced than, and some of it was just childish shit, but I mean, it's like, I was saying some pretty freaking, like, I was saying words that I didn't quite understand, but then I was also using, I mean, it was just very interesting to me that, like, it's like, there was a few times, that's why I reference also the conversation kind of with Snoop Dogg. It was a very interesting conversation, some of which was me and some of which was not me, but still me, like, so it was just a whole big combination of that. But like, define the word punt. So that's that. So there was a time when there was somewhat of that's why it's like, you see, it's like between the jealousy of that, and then, whether certain, doesn't matter. There was already more when, like, the whole Mr. Perez thing, like, it's like, this is involving way more than just, Bloods, Crips, this or that. And then that's why I said it's real interesting that I just posted the video and I said, what the fuck did I ever do to them? And then all of a sudden, voila, there's fucking supposedly what I did to them. And I was like, wait a minute. Let's just back the fuck up. Meaning to the Latin Kings. And it's like, whoa. Let's just back this the fuck up. Because the minute I started to remember this from seeing it, and I'm saying to myself, and these people in the video, they ain't even fucking saying that they're Latin Kings, because they weren't Latin Kings, but yet fucking they were a lower group of initiates. And the thing is that fucking, such and such, this person, that person, and this is all fucked up. too. But the person that brings me to this fucking seemingly, even though I'm doing the right thing, actually at that point it's a setup for me to do the right thing, so that I'm being set up why I'm doing the right thing. So, and that was being engineered at that point from the person who was jealous when I met those girls. And all that time ago. All that time ago. Back around the time that the Mr. Perez situation took place. And that's around about the same time, close to it, that, you know. So, I met those girls, and fucking person gets jealous, and you see, there's a lot of things that just like went down that were just fucked up. It was grimy shit. That's why I say it's like I don't even want to talk about this, and yet it's like, nah, man, fuck this shit. And then it's like, fuck this shit. I don't want to fucking, nah, man, fuck this shit, man. Fucking almost, nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Because it's all the shit that goes down after that is all heavy shit, and then it's like, give me a freaking break. And then to think like, oh man, it's like my life should be going way better than this. And was I perfect? Hell no. Hell no. Nah. Was I Jesus? Yes. Was I perfect? No. And I can go into the Bible and I can reference. And I can't reference as well as other people who know the Bible front to back. And some of the Bible is not always correct. There are not so much that the overall understanding of the Bible, it's that men wrote those stories. Men who said they were speaking to God wrote those stories in that Bible. There are very few times that God supposedly speaks. So, and yet all things that are said in that Bible have come so true on so many levels, and 2,000 years, and what's the world covered in? A world wide web. What is Jesus' second coming? What is that about? The destruction of the world, not to bring peace. And yet, free will is so important. Now, will the world be destroyed? Says it. I don't there are things that I'm saying that like I said, it's like in the first video, it's like heaven and hell will both be destroyed, and a new heaven and a new hell will be created. That is in the Bible. And if that has been changed, that shouldn't have been changed. You know, it's like if I am anything like God, which I am, I wouldn't want to destroy what I created. It would hurt me to destroy what I created. And this is a big part in understanding why would somebody hurt children? And why would somebody hurt children? You could think of so many scenarios in your mind, and I swear if anybody's copying this video, to just say it for themselves and not saying, look what this person is saying. I'm telling you right now, like, wow, man, you know what? I'm not even, because you know what? It's like, I've watched people take things that I've said and twist them around in the most dumb fucking ways because it sounds good to the ear, but it's not coming from the source. And I don't like to be serious all the freaking time. I joke, I laugh. Remember, in the Bible, Jesus' first miracle turned water to wine. I have not done that yet. I have not turned water to wine because I would love to make this party better. You understand? But a little different, I guess, you know? So, even or whatever by another name is still. So, so then we go into the, after the plaque situation, and, I switched schools, and, then I moved on to, you know, the lower years of high school, and signing the contracts. Which I didn't even believe were real. Because there was just so much fucked up shit surrounding all of it. And all the stuff that I did, I mean, I've left all that out of these videos, like the good stuff. And multiple times almost dying, other than being hit by the... So the point being is that, you know, it's like right after that all starts, you know, I see now, it's like, even though I've made, at this point, at least 100 videos about it, it's like, you know, it's just like the whole freaking, you know, mowing this woman's lawn, stepping on something, and not understanding what it was I was stepping on, and being pissed off enough to describe that to the people, that then the next thing you know, it's like, holy shit, you uncovered a fucking mass grave, which they then figured was a Indian burial ground, which then basically turned into a serial killer's burial ground on top of an Indian burial ground. And you know, the whole thing is that this person, although having a similar name to my dad's ex before he met my mom, and that's the point. It's like, you know, because you know, it's also around the time, the second time that I started to hang back out around about with a person I'm not even going to mention right now because of certain things that are attached, and I've been mentioning, but that's the point. It's like, So this person was supposedly related, and you know, the argument had already went down between me and Tupac's mom to take back the plaque. And I started hanging out with this person, meet a few people through him, knew a few people on my own. Didn't like when I hung out with this kid when I was younger. Very interesting. And there's just so much more, because it's from there. It's like so all this happens, this whole thing, and everybody's pissed off and angry, and at the same time it's like supposedly I brought light to a situation that, even though people knew about certain parts of the situation, I brought light to a major part of that situation. And you know, there were parts that's all I know, is that there was parts that they didn't fully understand about that situation. But pretty much so then a couple years go by. There's certain things I'm still trying to figure out when exactly they occurred. Now, and I was actually, the first thing in my head that came to my mind was JFK's, the bomb that was attached to JFK Jr.'s plane. And the stories that were circulating around the military community, and certain things that were put to a stop, because, but again, that would have probably been the right thing, which was the right thing, which then, yet again, it was also the wrong thing, due to certain people's ways of thinking. And that's why the whole thing with the freaking, I left out the whole being bit by a spider a long time. That was after Tupac, but before Mr. Perez. But it was not before the things that I could do. So the bottom line is that because that comes into play now, at the same time, at around about this time, we're getting into me having my first car, and the serum that I was hit with, and that's why I went backwards for a second, because there were certain things that I could do when I was young, even before getting bit by that. So for anybody that's real out there, and then they know, and then it's like, that's not a good thing for you to explore certain things on your own in a way that, you know, could be that's why it's just so bad that this happened the way that it's happened. And what I'm saying now as far as the contracts, and that's including, that's so completely fucked up, because with all the things that were said in those contracts, it was the whole time limit thing. And then I remember the freaking they knew, man, because that's the thing. It's like certain people told me a certain amount of time that I had to get this done in by, and then that was actually, it was, and then I remember the argument that ensued with that, because it was like, what do you mean that many years? That's crazy. That's crazy. He'll go fucking crazy. Blah, 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 which I fucking almost did at this point. Most people would kill themselves, and most people fucking had killed themselves or fucking got killed. And then it's like, I'm thinking to myself, like, when the fuck do I win? When the fuck do I win? I don't even know when the fuck I win. And even with the fucking loss of so much shit in my life, and then it's like, you know, it's like, and the things that I can't be fucking, I'm not exactly 100% fucking proud of, and then I'm proud that I'm still here, and then I'm proud that, you know, or I'm happy that I'm still here, and it's like, what do I have to be happy for? It's like, I don't even know anymore, because I'm still trying. And there was the log situation, right around the time of the car. There was a lot of shit. That's why, I mean, it's like a lot of stuff happened in a very, very short period of time. And, you know, as the bank account's being set up for me, for all the good things I did, at the same time, what's also going down at the same exact time, and I'm thinking, because that's the way I'm breaking this down now, is an extremely bad thing is happening, which then I don't even get involved with that until fucking a year, a fucking year, almost later, actually a year later. And, you know, now it's like, well, you know, it's it's not a big thing. It's like the kid talks to ghosts. You know, it's like, I didn't know. I didn't know I talked to ghosts, because fucking, it doesn't look like fucking a ghost to me, and I can physically touch them, and that's why it's not a fucking ghost to me. Now, maybe I'll be able to understand that, but, I'll be able to possibly, maybe I'll be able to freaking, decipher whether I'm talking to a ghost or not talking to a ghost. But, then I didn't, and nobody was really exactly explaining, like, it was just like, huh, it was like, so you can do it. It's like, I can do it. You got a daughter? You know? It's like, what's up? Fuck. You know? Fuck, man. Hey, so, and then, just like, fuck this. Fuck this. I am so fucking, wow, man. I should be so happy. And I should be so freaking, and I should be so paid. And I'm just like, you know what? And then, and I could have freaking, and that's why it's like, you know something, it's like,